Lesson: Interpretation of Contractual Terms. The interpretation of contractual terms is a fundamental aspect of contract law that directly influences the enforcement of agreements and the resolution of disputes. Understanding how to effectively interpret contractual language is critical for professionals involved in drafting, negotiating, and executing contracts. This lesson provides actionable insights and practical tools to enhance proficiency in interpreting contractual terms, supported by examples and case studies. Contract interpretation is often guided by the principle of determining the party's intent at the time the contract was made. This involves evaluating the language of the contract within the context of the entire agreement, ensuring that each provision is given effect. A key tool in this process is the plain meaning rule, which dictates that if the language of a contract is clear and unambiguous, it should be interpreted according to its ordinary meaning. This rule is foundational in avoiding unnecessary litigation by providing a straightforward approach to interpretation. However, contracts are not always clear-cut, and ambiguity can arise. In such cases, courts may employ the contextual approach, which allows for the consideration of extrinsic evidence to ascertain the parties' intentions. This approach underscores the importance of documenting negotiations and communications related to contract formation, as these can serve as valuable evidence in interpreting terms. For instance, email correspondences or meeting notes can provide clarity on ambiguous clauses, illustrating the necessity of meticulous record-keeping in contract management. A practical framework for interpreting contractual terms involves a step-by-step analysis, beginning with a thorough reading of the contract. Professionals should identify the operative clauses and determine if any terms are defined within the contract itself. Defined terms take precedence over ordinary meanings, emphasizing the importance of a well-drafted definitions section. After identifying key terms, the next step is to analyze the contract's structure and coherence, ensuring that the interpretation of individual clauses aligns with the overall agreement. Utilizing the four corners rule, which confines the interpretation to the document itself and prohibits external evidence, can be beneficial when the contract is comprehensive and unambiguous. This rule reinforces the importance of clarity and precision in contract drafting. For example, in the landmark case of United States v. Lennox Metal Manufacturing Co., the court adhered strictly to the four corners of the contract, highlighting the necessity of precise language to avoid misinterpretation. When ambiguity persists, the contra proferentem doctrine may be applied, which interprets ambiguous terms against the drafter, particularly in standard form contracts. This doctrine serves as a reminder of the importance of balanced and transparent contract language, encouraging drafters to minimize ambiguity and ensure both parties' interests are adequately represented. Real-world application of these principles can be illustrated through the case of Pacific Gas and Electric Co. v. G.W. Thomas Drayage and Rigging Co., where the California Supreme Court adopted a more liberal approach by considering extrinsic evidence to determine the intent behind ambiguous terms. This case exemplifies the necessity for professionals to anticipate potential ambiguities and address them proactively during contract negotiations. Moreover, professionals can employ tools such as contract analysis software, which utilizes artificial intelligence to identify potential ambiguities and inconsistencies within contracts. These tools not only enhance efficiency, but also reduce the risk of misinterpretation by providing comprehensive analyses of contract terms. In addition to these tools and frameworks, understanding cultural and jurisdictional differences in contract interpretation is crucial for professionals working in international contexts. Different jurisdictions may prioritize certain interpretative principles over others, impacting the enforcement of contractual terms. Familiarity with these differences can inform strategic decisions in contract drafting and negotiation, ensuring alignment with local legal standards. Statistics further underscore the relevance of contractual interpretation in legal disputes. According to a study by the American Bar Association, approximately 70% of contract litigation involves questions of interpretation, highlighting the critical nature of this skill in contract law. This statistic emphasizes the value of mastering interpretative techniques to mitigate the risk of disputes and enhance contract performance. In summary, the interpretation of contractual terms is a multifaceted process that requires a blend of legal principles, practical tools, and strategic foresight. By adhering to established interpretative rules, such as the plain meaning rule, contextual approach, and contra proferentum doctrine, professionals can effectively navigate the complexities of contract language. The integration of technology and an awareness of jurisdictional nuances further bolster proficiency in this area. As demonstrated through case studies and statistics, the ability to accurately interpret contractual terms is indispensable in achieving contractual objectives and minimizing legal disputes. By applying these actionable insights and frameworks, professionals can enhance their expertise and contribute to more effective contract management and enforcement. C.